government finally paid out COVID aid to some Canadians with disabilities. The thing with this payment that was made is that it was only provided to people that had the disability tax credit. Disability tax credit is something that has to be applied for. It requires forms to be filled out by your doctor and can be a little difficult to get. The other downfall of requiring the disability tax credit is that most doctors require a hefty fee to have the application filled out, and there's no guarantee that you're going to be approved for the certificate just by having the forms application forms filled out. Now, if you are approved, though, not only will the disability tax credit help you with this one-time COVID aid, but it will help you with your taxes going forward for whatever period of time you're deemed by the review board to be valid on your certificate. When I put in my first one, they had put it in for 10 years. This most recent one that went in, I was only activated it for 5 years. However, it was this most recent application that went in was sent in very rushed. It was not as thoroughly filled out because I had put my taxes in and then found out that my disability tax credit certificate had expired, and I needed to get a new application as quickly as possible so that my taxes would be reassessed so that I would get the refund instead of owing the government. So the COVID aid requires the disability tax credit. Originally, the government said that it would be $600, and then in the last month or so, they started saying up to $600. I'm not sure if anybody received less than $600. I did receive a full payment of $600 on October 30th. The thing is that we are 7.5 months into the pandemic at this point. A payment of $600 is less than $100 per month on average, which is less than what the corrupt provincial program in Ontario was giving to select recipients. I did not qualify for the provincial program personally, but many people did. So the other thing is that we were told that it was coming for so long that many people went ahead and made plans for the money, and so as soon as the money was in, it was spent and gone. Personally, I was in that boat as well, but not necessarily that I made plans for the money as such. I had to have my laptop upgraded, and so my mother had fronted me that money, and then instead of taking all of it out of my income tax return, right around the same time that I got my income tax return, they had made the announcement that they were going to pay the $600. So she had said that she would take half of the money of the upgrade out of my income tax return and half out of this payment, so that I would have some money out of each. But because it took so long, I ended up having to pay interest on her credit card as well. So yeah, the money came into my account on Friday and it was gone by Monday. So that leaves many of us still short. The $600 is an inadequate amount of money to be providing people with disabilities. People with disabilities have actually have more expenses than the average Canadian. We are more susceptible for COVID, so we have to have more and better quality PPE, cleaning supplies. A lot of people have support workers that come in, so they go through the cleaning supplies, disinfectants, and PPE faster than other people do. We have Most of us have to use shopping apps, which cost more money. Transportation, like using a cab versus public transportation to cut down the risk of exposure. And then also like Ontario Disability provides $1,200 per month for a single person with disability. That is $1,200 maximum. Not everybody gets $1,200. Well, the federal government mandated that it requires a minimum of $2,000 to live in Canada. Yet we're expected to live on $1,200. That's an $800 difference, and yet we've only been given $600 for 7 months. That's less than the difference for 1 month. I know that this is a different tangent, but my point is that the Canadian government, as well as the provincial governments, have let people with disabilities down and left us behind. There needs to be more support, more help for people with disabilities. We are starving, we are being neglected, we're malnourished, and many people are being evicted and thrown out on the streets. It is scary times for people with disabilities in Canada. So I'm going to leave it there for now, and I just want to say, please, if you can, help out a friend or a neighbor that you know needs a hand up. Call your MPP and MP and encourage them to fight for people with disabilities and low income that need a hand up. And in the meantime, be safe, take care of each other, and have a good day.